These are our full strides. Balls up. We're really putting the first drill together with the mat drill. So you're going to lift, fall forward and down at the same rate. Drive. It should load the end of the kinetic chain. The hips should be up. Front leg should be stable. Then that should deliver your trunk, and your arm and your front leg drives can help. So it looks like this. We can warm up here. You can start off easy and slowly build up. Just remembering these movements. Okay, let's try that. You're going to go down there and you're going to be on your tippy toes. There's yoga blocks in the red locker. Put that under your knee, and it'll give you a little bit more lift in your knee to get you into dorsiflexion. So I don't want to see anybody on their tippy toes, because it won't allow me to push. And I'm not going to get energy going forward. So we're going to go full stride. These are the only ones where we don't pick our front leg up. So the front leg stays down, mainly because I want to challenge your hip extension. I want your hips to fully extend and open up. If I pick my front leg, I can shift and cheat out of that position. So here I am, full stride, I'm down, balls up. I'm gonna lift and push and extend that back leg or my back hip as I drive. I'm gonna drive, this is gonna open up, this stays down, and that allows everything to come back. If you can't do that and you keep your front foot down, you're just gonna keep spiking the ball until you can get your hip to open up. If you're not, you're just gonna pick your front foot up and cheat. So the only ones you gotta keep that. The other thing is, if this is my foot in the rubber in the lateral position, draw a line from the middle of your foot to the rubber. And studies show that you wanna land about 7 inches to the right of that, midline. And if you're driving, that should put you toe to heel, because as you drive from that position, you should be toe to heel. And then you want to land 20 degrees close. The reason that's important, because my femur now is slightly across my body, and my hips come around and lock down, they should be square to the target. If I was from the midline, if I landed on that midline, and I then drove, and my hips squared up and opened, I'd be shooting off, right? So that's 6 or 7 inches to the right of your midline, 20 degrees close, put your front femur in a position, and when your hips open and lock down, you're pointing straight to your target. So when you go here, and because you're already extended here, you should be toe to heel at this point, okay? So toe to heel, front foot's down, balls up and back, you're gonna lift, drive, pop the plate. And when you pop the plate, you haven't thrown yet. You can't drive and throw. You're not sequencing correctly. All right? Try your best to be back in your upper body code. So sometimes we shorten up. So I'll start where I want to land, and then I'll walk it back. Hips are always pushing up, shoulders are closed. Okay? We're going to lift and drive in the front foot. Hear the plate pop, hips come up, and at the same time we're pulling this back. That's the counter movement now in rotation. Pulling this back. So your elbow's going to pinch, your elbow's up. I like to keep it at least close to shoulder height with my elbow. From here, before I go into shoulder rotation, I have to cock the ball. If I go into shoulder rotation, I don't cock the ball. I'm going to drag and I'm going to drop my arm slot. So right before shoulder rotation, I have to cock the ball. But just like the whip, I'm trying to, when I create force in the handle, I want the end of the whip to get as far away from that as possible to have more time to accelerate all that energy as it comes through. So same thing here. As I'm dragging this through, I want to pull this far back as I can from that hip, as far as I can. The farther, the better. Okay? So lift, drive, before shoulder rotation, cock the arm. So when I go into shoulder rotation, my elbow is going to come up and lay back. And this arm is just kind of choking us. So it's the only awkward point. All right? From here, it'll allow the trunk to go forward, and then everything will turn over. So we can do a little drill to get used to all this, where your elbow is up shoulder height, balls around close to your elbow, hands inside of the ball. Because we're going supinated to pronation, just like when we throw. Hands inside of the ball. I'm going to keep my hips square, my shoulders square. I'm going to lay back, and I want to turn it over and bounce it straight down. But notice how I'm not pushing. I'm laying back in rotation, turning over in rotation, right? So laying back in rotation, turning over in rotation. I'm not doing this, right? Right here. Okay. So try this. Everybody try this. You're not going to have leverage to delay and separate that shoulder. Okay? To create that stability through that back hip. Pull against it, load against it. Okay? Keep pushing. I'm going to cock, and once I'm cocking, I'm really pushing that hip up, then I'm going to turn and lay back and then drive that trunk forward, right? So look, it's that relationship of this going forward and this loading back. It's right here. That's the X factor in golf, right? Right there. And really feel the trunk going forward. I don't want to feel my arm doing the work. I really want to feel the trunk going forward from the drive of the back leg.